to another Radio.com Live Fandemic. I'm Katie Neal, and today we are so excited to be catching up with country music superstar, the one and only Chase Rice. How are you?
I'm good. Like I said, we were just joking about, I'm just living it like normal, going on tour, doing all that stuff, but clearly
Right.
I'm home, but I'm good.
Your at-home setup there looks awfully nice. Not a bad place to be quarantined.
Yeah, I got this little patio area done. It's just not raining. It's got a tin roof, so it sounds real cool. But I just got this done before all this stuff happened. So I'm glad
Perfect
it's done. Yeah, I haven't left this spot.
You got the quarantine mustache going too. That looks good.
Yeah, I started it a while back, then let the beard kind of got lazy with the beard, but the stash is back.
Nice. Well, we're about 2 months into quarantine. How are you holding up?
I'm good. I've been like at the very beginning. I loved it, to be honest. I have a crew too. I think a lot of people have their quarantine crews. I'm not sure anybody's gone as hard as we have because we've taken it. Like we've gotten to the point now we're like, all right, we're taking this thing too far, guys. Like the party was Friday, Saturday. Now it's basically Thursday to Monday. Like let's calm down here. But yeah, I'm finally in a place where I'm like, all right, it's time to get back to work here. And as soon as they let us tour, I'm ready to roll.
There's a little bit of it that kind of feels like college. Like you have all this time to do nothing, but you don't know what to do with yourself, kind of.
It's absolutely, yeah, it is a lot like that, which is, I'm split because a lot of it, I'm like, man, this is never going to happen again. You better enjoy this. And we've enjoyed it. Like I can't imagine any other way how we could have enjoyed it more. Yeah, it's time to get back to work here, I think, a little bit. Because it's not going to be like we're just going to be thrown back in the fire and touring like crazy. It's still going to be a lot of quarantine throughout, I think, the summer. Or at least time off. I don't know about quarantine, but yeah, might as well enjoy it while we got it.
It'll be a gradual getting back to things. Well, we're super excited to have you on today to talk about the album Part 2, which just dropped last week. We're going to have you play some songs off of that in a little bit. But first, since this is a Fandemic, I have a bunch of questions that fans have submitted for you. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. At Tony21 said, what hobbies have you picked up or started back up again with all this free time?
Well, I don't know about hobbies or anything that has started back up, but I've been able to actually enjoy my farm. So I have a farm here in Tennessee, and it's like ever since I bought it in 2016, it's okay. This is a cool spot to hang, and I live here, but I'm only here 2-3 days a week for the most part. So I've been able to, my closets are really, really clean. I know where my pots and pans are now. So I've been able to really enjoy it. I got a bar called the Baby Bald Eagle Bar now set up in my barn. I got a pond stocked with fish that I've never caught fish in because I'm never home, and now I'm catching fish out of that. So I've been able to just kind of chill out and actually enjoy where I live, which is different for me.
That's so nice. Philly Diva 49 asked, what kind of songs do you work out to?
It's always real different. Sometimes I'll have some country playlists going on. Sometimes I'll have some old country playlists going on. Today we listened to the Ed Sheeran collaboration album. Sometimes it's hip hop. I'm all over the map. I try not to listen to a lot of country because I want my sound and I don't want to try to take from other people's sound. So it's all over the map. It's everywhere.
I love that though. Jamie Lee asked, since all the tours are being canceled or postponed until 2021, what does that mean for your live shows? Would you do smaller sets in different places while still adhering to all the social distancing?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the social distancing thing. I'll be straight up about that. I mean, it's like, I just don't know if it's the right thing we should be doing. And who knows, because all the different messages we're getting, or who knows what the hell to believe. So I am a big fan of let people decide who they want to hang out with and how many people they want to be around. So as soon as they let us go, I'm going to go. And we will obviously adhere to the law, but I don't even know what the hell the law is anymore. So yeah, as soon as they let us go, I'll play small venues. I'll play to 200 people. I'll play to whoever they let us, people in truck beds. I don't care. But as long as it's live, not like you have to sit in your car, listen to the radio, and I'm standing right there, but you can't get out of your car. I'm not going to do that. But as soon as they're allowed to be out there and I can see the people's faces, and it's legal, I'm doing it immediately. And I think we'll have some stuff in June, to be honest.
Well, that's exciting. Do you feel like, since it's been so long since you've been able to perform, do you feel at all like, do you think it'd be emotional, that first normal show back when you can finally see fans and sing?
I think it's going to be just slowly turned into it. I think the first show back was obviously going to be weird because we haven't sang in a while. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but I think it's going to be so different than what we're used to that it'll just be kind of like a vibe it out. Like what is this thing? It'll be fun, but I think the first show where we get back where it feels like an old show where there's people up on the stage and there's a lot of people or not even a lot of people, but just a lot of energy and people singing songs back. I think that one would definitely be emotional.
For sure. Shaned621 asked, what songs from the album Part 1 and Part 2 are you most excited to play live?
Forever to Go by far is one that I'm itching to because I played it acoustic. I played it on the live stream on Friday when the album Part 2 came out. And it just has that vibe. It's just like, man, I'm so ready to play this one full band live, especially when it gets to the Forever to Go, still got forever to go. I can't wait to hear people singing that back. From Part 2, Break Up Drunk. I think Break Up Drunk is going to be a lot of fun. Belong will be fun just to kind of see how people react to that. But I think Break Up Drunk will be a lot of fun, maybe even a show opener because it just has a lot of energy.
Yeah, such a good one. And you have talked about before that you broke this album up into Part 1, 2, and 3. So, and putting out fewer songs so that each of the songs would get their own chance to kind of like live and breathe and people would be able to hear them. And Melissa 2179 said, how many songs will be on Part 3? And she really likes the song The City and hopes that will be on the album.
I think Part 3 will be 3. I think I'm going to stick to 3 because I just I don't know. We had a big conversation about this yesterday, and I don't know, but I kind of want to just be 3. And this is a weird reason, but it's Part 3. To me, the best driver of all time was Dale Earnhardt, so why not make it all about 3? What was this? The City. I don't want to put out a recording of that. I want it to be kind of one of the songs that you only hear live, but that's not to say we won't put out a live recording of it. It's just such a live song and has so much energy that we're going to record it live, I think, and put out a live version of it. So, which is kind of the same thing. It'll still sound good recorded.
Well, that answers the next question too, because Gabby had asked why The City didn't make it onto Part 2, but that takes care of that. Shay asked, would you ever consider adding Room 205 to the set list?
I know Shay Mooney is a huge fan of mine, so I'm glad Shay Mooney's jumping into this. I just play. Love that guy though. He at Room 205. I think that'd be a fun one to play like at the Opry or something. Make it a special moment. It's just such a story song. That it depends on the vibe and the people. If it's one of those very, very listening crowds, especially if you guys ever see a show over in England, you'll learn they listen a lot different than people do over here. But if it's a quiet group of people and they're listening real hard, it could be one that slips in there for sure. It's a very
I've heard
cool
people
story.
mention that about the crowds in England before. Maybe it was you that told me that they just listen very intently to everything that you say.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing you'll see because they listen harder than anything. I mean, you get to a part in Jack Daniels and Jesus and it's a quiet part, you can't hear anything talking. So my thing is I love rowdy crowds. I love all the talking. I love all the energy and I love people going crazy. The only issue with those crowds are a lot of times they're not as quiet when you get to a slow song. So if it's a crowd that could handle 3.5 minutes of real something serious and quiet, yeah, I'd do it.
I love that. Tin Can Lizzie asks, what is the biggest misconception about you?
I think probably the music in general, but I think it's changing big time. I think in the beginning of my career, I was kind of taken as a little bit of a joke, especially with the bro country talk and all that BS. But if you dive into my albums and dive into the realness of my lyrics and I even read one thing lately that was like, oh, it's same old songwriting. I really like his sound, but there's not much depth. And I'm like, then
what?
You're dumb and you're not diving
what album did you listen
straight
to?
up call somebody dumb for that because you're clearly not diving into the reality of my lyrics, especially like the Part 2 doesn't really have anything too deep. It's slow, but it has a lot of depth to it. I mean, if you don't think Belong's a deep song, then you haven't heard it.
Belong is such a cool song, I think, and I know that I've talked to a lot of artists who've had this, like these are songs that they wrote pre-quarantine, pre-coronavirus that have kind of taken on a whole new meaning now? And what's it like to see Belong, kind of morph into that?
I think it's awesome because I think the depth of that song with what's going on right now, and how relative it is to right now, it's freaking. I'm just so sick and tired of hearing that 2020 is a wasted year, that they can't wait for 2021 to come. It's like, you guys are wasting your own damn time though, then, because 2021, no matter how much you want that to happen, is not coming any faster. So I try, and I fail at this a lot too. I get it. I understand it. People can think this is a wasted year, but I refuse to believe that, because this is the only one we got. This is the only day we've got. So you might as well wake up, make the most of it, and enjoy the downtime. It's not like doing nothing is wasted time. I mean, get around the dinner table, go hang out with friends, get around a fire, turn your phone off and go talk, and enjoy not being so busy, because it's not always going to be like this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a really good time to be able to connect with people.
Yeah.
Courtney, 4793, asked, what is your favorite thing about Nashville and about North Carolina?
Real quick, you said to connect with people. I think it's sad that that's a lost thing, because that's why we're here. At the end of the day, we're not here to post things and get on Instagram and Facebook. Those are all part of life these days. But if you're not connecting with people, there's no reason to live. Having said that, to answer the new question, favorite part of Nashville?
Your favorite thing about it?
Favorite thing about it, just how unique it is. I tend to stay away from Broadway. I used to, and I'd stay on other streets or smaller bars and stuff like that. And I still love going to those places, but every now and then I'll still go down to Broadway, because it's one of the most unique cities in the world with how much live music there is, the type of bars that are there. It's a really, really cool, unique town that you can go all over the world and you'll never see a place like Nashville. And it's just, a lot of people complain about this, and I have sometimes too. It's a small town. It's a city with a small town feel, which does make it a little bit of a small town with the gossip and all that these days. But I think it's really cool and unique.
And what about your favorite thing about North Carolina?
The fact that it'll always be home. There's no other place on the planet where I can go and be like, oh, yep, I'm home. And you make new places your home. Nashville is my home now, but there's never a place that'll have those memories that I made in the mountains of North Carolina or the beach. And that's another cool thing. It does have the mountains and the beach. It's got it all.
Yeah, North Carolina, wonderful place. And last question from Christina said, which tour have you been on that was your favorite and why?
Without it being my tour, Kenny Chesney, 2015. I was the big revival tour. You'll ask so many people. He's just the way he treats people, the amount of stuff that I learned from that tour. And it's just fun. He just has a fun time. And there's a reason the guy sells out stadiums for 20 years. They're just so much fun that you can have on that tour.
I'm sure nothing beats a Kenny show.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.